Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today, and thank you for joining me in Pootles Advent Countdown. These are 24 projects that are going to be coming out to you 2 a week. They've already started, and we're going all the way through and into December. And this is today's project. It is a huge box with a lidded, huge box with a reinforced lid, and it's actually doubled over here. Now, yes, I did get the colours a bit wrong. This should have been early espresso, but made it at night time, didn't spot the colours. But dark colours are very difficult to show on camera, so I'm going to show you with a paler one. But I'm still using candy cane lane paper, which this is. Love it! Oh. Yes, I just cuddled it. Anyway, so yeah, because that's quite difficult to show on camera, I'm going with the same paper, or the same paper suite, and I've got the paler crumb cake cardstock. 12 by 12 for that, 12 by 12 for this. So if you work in metric, 30 by 30, so you're just going to have to take a little smidge off. Work on the base first, that's the easier one. And super duper easy, we're going to score it at 3 inches on all 4 sides, which is 7.5 centimetres on all 4 sides. So just keep scoring and turning, scoring and turning. I love these big boxes. I love a big box underneath a Christmas tree, particularly if it's you haven't asked for anything, and you get a big box under the Christmas tree. Love it. Okay, so that's my base score, super easy. This one's slightly different. So we're going to put 2 score lines on each side. Now, with this, you can see I've got my measurements are set exactly in half. That's actually wrong. Yours is going to finish off, and it's actually going to be slightly longer at the top, and you'll understand why. So what I need you to do is score it at, and I've written this wrong, written my notes wrong. 1.25 inches. It's my notes, look at my scribbly notes. So you score it at 1.25 inches and 3 inches on all 4 sides. So 1.25 and 3 inches. And it's going to be a little tight squeeze, but that's okay. I'm going to show you a tip on how to work it. So 1.25 and 3 inches is actually 3 and 7 centimetres. That's so not right, is it? It's 3 and 7.5 centimetres. Ugh, my brain. I think it left the building. Now, have I done 4 score lines? I have. That's good. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you on the lid, because I made this one a little bit shorter than that one. When you score at 1.5 and 3 inches, just balance this against my legs, you would find that this line would meet up there, and it was just too tight. It didn't give a nice finish, and it was just a nightmare, and I wasted a 12 by 12 piece of paper. But that's okay, because I've made the mistake so that you don't have to. I'm so good to you, aren't I? To be fair, I love it though. I don't mind making mistakes. Because any excuse to play with paper is a good excuse. So has everybody taken advantage of the buy 3 get 1 free offer? So what you do is you choose 3 packs of paper. It doesn't include the speciality or the little 6x6 stacks, but you choose 3 stacks of paper, and then you can choose a 4th one for free. That's just like 25% off. Awesome. That's like getting 4 packs at a quarter of the price off, is what I mean. Love it. So yeah, take advantage. Make mistakes with the paper like I do. And that is on, and it's a global thing. So all of the Stampin' Up countries have got the same offer, and it's on until the 31st of October. There we go. Okay, so I have folded all of those score lines on the paper part. Put that out to one side, and just because I've got a nice big clear space, I might as well do this one. Let's do the base as well. Fold those, burnish this well because it is cardstock. And this one as well. There we go. So this one's dead easy because you've seen me do these before. You cut up and wedge into the square, and keep repeating all the way round. And I'm just looking at the time, and I just know my old boys are going to ring the doorbell any second now, because they're home from school and they catch a school bus, and they're going to come home and they're going to lean on that doorbell. So I'm just wedging out. There we go. And then the lid, so we've got all of these squares and bits and bobs and stuff. What you need to do is cut down as though you were doing that before, wedge in, but actually then get rid of those 3 outer ones because we don't need those. They're not going to form part of the box. So you're left with that bit. So you're left with that shape. That makes sense? Hope it makes sense. So cutting straight down, wedging in, and then getting rid of the bits we don't need. Oh, I can't see that score line. But it looks like it's a funny shape, but it's so worth it. When you've got a big box, you really do need it to be a bit reinforced. Otherwise it just... Have I done that right? Yes, I have done that right. I thought I'd done it wrong for a minute. Because otherwise you can end up with it with the paper buckling, and we just don't want that. So reinforce the lid, double layer it, and yeah, gets a better look. Oops. And what I've also found, let me sweep that off, these ones here that stick out, if you just mitre them in very, very slightly, so mitering is just wedging, when this bit folds over you'll find that an awful lot easier. It will just close nicer. There we go. Right, so to close, let's do the base first. So I'm going to use my fast fuse, which was right there in front of me and now isn't. There it is. It's to the left of me, the right of me even. So I blame it on the fact that I've got an awful cold, really bad cold right now. There we go. And then fold up. We want this this tight edge to match this loose edge here. So that was awfully close to the camera. That's how big this box is. Maybe 3 inches away from the lens right now. Massive box. Love it. So that is, the box is 6 by 6 by 3 inches deep. Huge. Okay, so a couple of bits to do. What you can do is you could fold up there and fold this over. If that is your so desire, you could fold it like that and put that bit over. It's entirely up to you. Now we want this to fit neatly round. So I've kind of found that actually it's easier to stick these tabs down. It's not going to be quite so pretty on the inside, but if you stick these parts down, we can do that tip I've been teaching in these lidded box videos, where you actually fit the lid around the base, and then you know you've got a perfect close. So I folded those all over, and they're going to make the reinforced sides. These bits, I want to put some adhesive on here too. So, oh, sticky fuse. I do love fuse. The tip for this is that you don't put a heavy hand on it. Very, very light touch. And it will be nice and forgiving. Okay, and then we're just going to put the lid in the box. No, the box in the lid. The box in the lid. And just make sure I've got it in the right places. There we go. Bring up these parts with the tabs, and this is kind of where you need about 8 pairs of hands, or not a video camera, because I have a video camera right in front of my face. There we go. So I held everything in place and bring it up, and then my lid will now It fits so perfectly I actually can't get it off. It does, I've made it fit too perfectly. I can't. And my hands aren't big enough to stretch across. Oh, for goodness sake. Good job it's reinforced. There we go. That is such a perfect fit. I couldn't get it to come off. Oh dear. There you go. You could hear the air expanding then. That's how perfect it is. So it fits, and it's very slightly what's the word, deeper than that one, but it is a perfect fit. I need to come in with a mini glue dot there. Where are they? I'm just waiting for this doorbell to go. It's not like they haven't got keys or anything. That would require them looking in their bags for the keys. So a couple of mini glue dots in there just to hold that closed. That's better. And then ribbon. And I have got the beautiful rich, it's not rich red at all. Oh, wouldn't that be a nice colour? Oh, some companies bring out a colour called rich red. Real red. And it's lovely. And so I start with it underneath, come across, take one of them over the back and underneath. So I know roughly how long I want it to be. So I've got it there, and then I bring that one over that crust. There you go, there's the doorbell. They can wait. It's not cold out there. I'm just turning around. Oh, it's the tall one. It's Jack. I can see his silhouette. And there we go. I will go and let my children in. I'm not a horrible mother. What do you think? Love it. Anyway, he's now knocking on the window. Horrid mother, aren't I? Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me, and I hope to speak to you soon. Bye.